Good morning, everyone. Bella here, was an addict. I am here to talk about the drug meth, methamphetamines. It's a drug that was been around for a while now. I know I was about 19 when I first tried it, and I'm 37 now, so it's been around. It was a very quiet drug. Not many used it when I started partying. It was a bit of and don't touch it. It's a bad drug. But I did end up trying it, and it grabbed a hold of me. Now, when it comes to meth, it sits up with heroin, because it's that addictive, and only 2% make it out, 3% make it out of heroin. You don't get withdrawals like you do when you come off heroin. Heroin is a acute pain for a very long time. Meth is a lot different, but it's the thing of where it sits in your mind, and you're obsessed with it. You can't stop using it, so it's very powerful drug. It's the devil's candy. It's the devil's drug, and these days 2% make it out. It's overtaken the world. And yet we still get imports of the stuff, and I don't think we'll ever stop the use of ice. We call it ice here, but it's a problem. My journey getting off it was extremely hard. I went through a massive battle. It's something that kept me awake for a long time. It gave me a lot of energy. It gave me willpower. It gave me a lot of things. But when I wasn't on it, I slept. And this is what it does. When you're not on it, you want to sleep. And you sleep to your next hit. See, with heroin, you're sick. You need it because you're that sick. You're going to die. You got to get it. But when it comes to ice, normally people sleep through to their next pay. The withdrawals is there, but not acute pain. But it's just that it's here. It sits here, and it's like you want it. It comes an obsession. It's a terrible thing to come off. I don't want to sugarcoat the recovery of what I've gone through, because it's a powerful drug, and if I can spread awareness to not even try it, because I stuck with it for 17 years, if I can spread awareness not to try it, and for those one who wants to come out of it, it's a journey. You got to jump on that boat, that car ride, strap in, and you got to fight for your life. And I know a lot of people use it to mask the pain, and it's a terrible thing, facing pain when you're not numbing it, but it's very doable. It's doable. It's very hard, but it's very, very doable. You've got to get that, not so much of a vision, but you got to want to beat it, and you've got to have that in your mind, and then set on a journey to find out how you are going to beat it. There's lots of ways to do it. I went through and I tried everything I could possibly do to stop using. And I've gone through relapse. Like, I've gone to try to give up many a times before, and it doesn't happen. But this time I did it different. This time I think I come to my terms that I was an addict, which I wouldn't class myself an addict before. And I realised I was an addict when I tried to stop forever. And be aware that you start to have replacements as well when you stop using. My biggest thing would be I gained weight. So really try and sign up or start doing some sort of fitness. It takes about 6 months or 4 months to start to feel okay. And then 6 months to be able to put stuff into your life to start getting better with it, but you're going to start to have anxiety attacks, and I faced a lot of issues when I got off it, and that stuff is scary, so you have to be very aware that what are the things that are going to come when you stop. Now, it's a hell of a drug to stop, and anyone that hasn't used it doesn't know the power it has a hold of us, and that's why the world has been suffocated by it. It's in families. It's in young kids are taking it. It's being laced in marijuana these days. So it's a drug that's destroying, and there's no good outcome to it. You know, you try it and you like it, party for a bit. No, don't party for a bit. Just don't try it, because it really does take one puff or one shot to get completely addicted that day. So that's how powerful it is. I went through a lot of things, and I tried to change my routine up and stuff like that. I put fitness into my life, and I did a lot of meditating. Like, meditating is very, very important to anyone who's in recovery, anyone who's starting recovery as well. Learn to meditate, and learn to meditate daily, and I'm serious, daily. Make it a thing. It's hard to work on yourself when you don't know where to start, and it's hard to work on yourself when you lose that motivation. We go, oh, this is new, this is great, right? And then we do it for 4 months, and then we're like, motivation's gone, right? And you've got to go over that motivation part, get through that roughness, and then start going into a habit. Now, I'm a business owner, and I am going to share my products, because I didn't get to use these when I was going through my first recovery. Because I got into this business when I was probably a year and 8 months clean. Still struggling to be clean. I had 2 relapses in my 3 years. But if I had these products, I think it would be an outstanding leg to stand on. So, as we use and abuse our minds with drugs and drink, we start to kill our brain cells, and our brain starts to lose it, and starts to not work. We don't have happiness when we come out of addiction. We've fried all our happiness, and happiness seems to be when you get on it. There's happiness without stuff, but it takes a long time to get through to that and feel that happiness straight. But for now, when you give up, happiness is going to feel very dark. It's not going to feel like you're going to be happy for a while. And I want to be honest, because this is what I went through, and it's, the world's changing, and it's coming a thing now to stop using. But still, it's hard to get off. We tell you it's possible, but it's definitely with a lot of hard work. So if you're coming off something, if you're coming off any drug or whatever, I use this when I was coming off the painkillers. I did a 2-week detox, 2 tablets in the morning, 2 tablets at night. It's called Vetox, and it eliminates 5 organs in your body. So that's going to get the shit out of your system, all right? So that's going to flush it. So I do a detox. Now the neuro, this is what I use. Now I got clean, and I went through extreme. Let me have a drink. Extreme. Hold on, guys. I went through extreme anxiety where it was crippling me. I couldn't leave the house. So I had to deal with it for a long time. And when it came a problem, I got introduced to this business, and I didn't try the neuro for this, but I tried the neuro for brain food when I was fasting. And I got on the neuro, and it's changed my life. It has absolutely changed my life. Now, when you're coming off the drugs, your brain has been damaged. So this brain food, this rewrites the neuro pathways. So this is going to be a great help. Now, I know that you've got to have money to do this. So, if you don't have the money, that's fine. Try and maybe jump on one product. And I'm not doing it to, whatever else, but I'm just trying to share what's going to help you become a lot better, And I use all these products now, and it's mind-blowing, Core Complete, my core, being an addict, I've had a lot of problems with my bowels and not going to the toilet, and this is why I've created a disease called Crohn's in my body, because I could not go to the toilet because I was taking opiates and stuff like that. So that's going to be all your vitamins, guys. All your vitamins in one. So you've got your whole foods, green foods, superfruits, probiotics, omega-3, 6, 7, and 9. Your digestive enzymes and omega acids. This is one that comes in, you got 5 in a pack, right? 5 in a pack, and you have it every morning. I do not live without this. These two here are my lifesavers, honestly. And when I can, I chuck in these, and I just bought V3. Now this here, our dopamine levels are very, very low. Depression sets in. If you're not on depression pills, get on them, because you're going to find out that you're really depressed and stuff like that. We have a lot of underlying issues when we're an addict, and it starts to come up. I diagnosed myself on the internet by researching the way I felt, by researching the things I was doing and stuff like that, and I found out this is my sickness, and I do things to try and fix it. I am on depression pills, which I don't want to be on, but I am, unfortunately, and it gives you dry mouth as well. Now, this is going to give you hydration, mood, and energy. Now, us addicts, we have low energy. I didn't have energy for at least 6 months. 6 months is when my journey started to awake, I slept a lot, a real lot. I slept for a long time. So it's kind of like an induced coma when you come out of meth addiction. This is going to give you 6 hours of sustained energy. This releases endorphins in your brain. So this is going to help you get a little bit perky, So you want to stay on these, you want to have one every day. I have one every morning with my V-Slim. But this gives me that energy to get stuff done. And I can't have coffee now as well because I can't have milk and all that. So this has really worked out really well. I don't want to have V's or Red Bulls because my teeth are already damaged and I don't have many left to play with and rot away. So I really got on the V3. This used to be my favourite product. It used to be this in the fall, but I had to change and use this. And I try and get this when I do have the money. But these 3 products are the ones that are going to be phenomenal to start your journey. But you want to detox. You want to detox and get that shit started, So that's my share. And, these products come in at value. But, when it's going to help you get through your recovery and start to get you on that right road. Because I went through meth addiction and I know what it's like. I did do it solo. There's a lot of ways out there to help you, whether you do it solo or traditional way or whatever. Reaching out is a big step. But I just wanted to share those products, even if you can just get on one, if you can just afford one, grab one and start on that. Because I know the months, it at least takes a year for you to feel that you may have a chance, So you want to really look after yourself for a year and get rid of all the people and anyone who uses, wipe them. You got to get rid of them. And start meditating, start learning to meditate and dedicate your meditation to yourself every day. That's changed my life. If you pray every day. Wake up and get to the end of bed and pray. I wake up, I make my bed and I meditate. That's how I do my putting back to the world, and just if you're a prayer, just pray. And if you pray as well, meditate and pray together. Stoic and I meditate together, and those 2 things I've done from the very start of my recovery when I could start, and I haven't stopped doing them. So it's very important. But remember, it's the hardest drug to beat. But when you start to finally, because it's going to sit on your shoulders, it sat on my shoulders for a very long time. And I thought, what's the point, man? This motherfucker's not letting me down, It will drop off. It could be a short time. It could be a long time. For me, it was a fucking long time, And you got to start doing some healing. Don't do it all together. Just start slowly. I did a book. I did my healing through my book. Start writing. Start writing and find out. Just you to find out. Like I can go into how I done it, but that might not be for you. But I can give suggestions, and anyone who's watching this that has recovered, please send suggestions to anyone who's trying to get off meth or even any other, because drugs are drugs, drink a drink, you know, they're all addictive. You know, they're all got their certain ways that we have to work it. You know, if you're coming off alcohol, it's very dangerous. You could go into hey, get out of there. You can go into seizures, so there's, you know, you've got to be very careful. But when it comes to meth, I'm very well known to it, and it's a journey that feels endless, but just keep communicating, keep reaching out, and when you find something that works for you, grab it and don't let it go. All right, all the best, guys. I wanted to share that because it's very important to understand and start to learn about you. You know, I know it's all shut off and it's scary, but once you start to let go and heal, your journey begins. Okay, love you all.